Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. So today I'm doing the intro and the outro for this video. As you know, Tony and I are not living together during the week, and so we filmed a little clip on, or a couple clips I guess, on Saturday. He came up to my parents' house to visit, and we filmed a little bit. We were going to film again on Sunday, but it was so rainy and so dreary and just gross, and so like we didn't end up filming, but I wanted to get this video up, and I wanted to kind of wrap up the vlog a little bit. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'm gonna actually cut to the video footage that we got on Saturday, and then I will wrap it up.
There's our property.
So last week we were vlogging and we explained to you that the first step to doing all of this with our land is to get the land cleared.
Which means cutting down a bunch of trees to put a house on it in the pasture.
Yeah.
And last week we talked to I don't know what he is.
He scared us, basically.
A tree service who tried to charge us a bunch of money to cut down trees and then sell the trees himself.
If you are clearing land, just get more than one opinion, and don't get scared by the first one that you talk to. Like us, we were scared, and it never made sense to me to have these trees and not be able to sell them for money. Like, you're gonna charge us? I just never understood that. So Tony had read about you getting a timber broker, and then he will kind of like take care of you because they get a commission, so they want to sell, they want to sell the lumber too. We found this guy. We asked our community, there's like a community page on Facebook, you might have one. I got on there and I asked, and someone suggested this guy, and we said, well, we'll meet with him.
And we just met with him.
Yes, and it turns out he is a broker. We didn't realize.
Yeah, we didn't know he was a timber broker. His title was forester, which I guess is the same thing.
I guess, yeah.
What he does is he takes an inventory of all the trees on the property, which is over there.
Yep.
And he then bids it out to all the local sawmills and see who wants it and who's going to pay the best price. And then he takes a 15% commission. So it's we're actually going to make money.
Yeah, so it turns out that we will actually get paid, which is what makes sense to me, which is just such a relief, because then we can put that towards all the other costs of getting the land prepped, like the well, the septic, or just like even flattening the land, excavation of it. So it's a wonderful day today for us. Basically, we're just very happy, and this is a great step forward. He thinks that he can get the process moving by the end of the month, and it's what, October 19th?
Yeah.
So that's even better news.
Yes, faster is better.
Tony is also here. I know people from my channel probably already know this, but we're kind of separate right now. He's back at the rental in the property that we used to live at together, and now I'm here at my parents' house just for the job that I got. So on the weekends we try to be together, but he came up for this meeting, and now we're gonna drive around today. We're gonna drop off some stuff at my new school, and we'll show you guys the valley a little bit. It's beautiful here.
It is.
And we're just gonna enjoy the weekend today. And Penn State plays tonight, big game against Michigan, so we're gonna enjoy that. I actually spied guinea hens, the neighbor's guinea hens, if you wanna show them.
Oh, guinea hens. Hang on. They don't seem to mind Rex, the cutie pie. And there's the guinea hens.
Can you zoom in?
Say hi, guinea hens. Let's see if we can get closer to them. They're probably just gonna squawk and run away.
One is bigger than the others.
He's the leader. We don't want to scare him across the street.
You hear him?
You guys hear the guineas?
There you go.
Hi, guineas. They're funny looking little birds. But they eat a ton of ticks, which is really great if you have animals that live outdoors. Everyone should have guinea hens. They're basically self-sufficient, but Michelle's parents feed them just because they feel bad.
Do you like my new leggings? Walmart, $4. Comfiest pair of leggings ever. Thanks, Mom.
We also didn't tell you guys about our septic designer.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We got our septic system designed, and he sent it out to the sewage enforcement officer.
Yeah, backtrack a little bit because they might not understand. Like, I know I had some viewers that were like, what, this is all new, we have no idea.
When you live on a property that does not hook up to township sewers, because there are no sewers out here, you have to get a septic system.
Exciting talk about sewers.
Yeah, and our sewage enforcement officer told us that our land, you have to get a perk test. And the perk rate is how many gallons per hour percolate down through the ground. You also need 48 inches of soil before the determinant zone, that's what it's called, the determinant zone.
They're basically trying, it's a test to see how successful the septic system in that spot would be, because you obviously don't want it to not soak into the ground, and
you don't want raw sewage
whatever.
running down the street.
Yeah, so it's just trying to see if it's a good spot, if it's going to work there.
And our sewage enforcement officer told us that it perked great, so we were really excited that we wouldn't have to get a sand mound because it's like $10,000 more. And then our septic designer told us that it perked awful. I think he meant because he meant it just passed.
Like, we can have one, cool.
Because a lot of places don't pass and you just can't put a house there.
Yeah.
And so it did pass. So we actually are gonna have to get a sand mound. It's not the largest sand mound in the world. Boo.
No.
But we are gonna have to get a sand mound.
And I'm sure there's some people that have land that they actually can't put even a septic system, not only what you would do. So I guess we should just be grateful that we can.
Yes.
But it's more expensive than we wanted.
Yeah, about double. So hopefully the timber sale helps pay for that. So we can get this show on the road.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so and then update of what has happened since that footage until today. I think in the footage we explained that we met with the forester and it was good news, and we are going to be selling the lumber on our property. That is good news, and he came yesterday or the day before and he marked the trees. So what happens if you're kind of selling the if you're selling forest, if you're selling, you know, trees, they come through and they mark the trees for either pulp or for lumber. They also then mark where they're clear cutting and then where they're thinning, because we only want so much clear cutted and then they're just gonna thin a little bit of the rest. We obviously want forest, we want to be in the woods, we love that, and it breaks my heart actually to have to cut any trees down for a few reasons. First of all, I just hate the idea of cutting trees down because I love nature so much, and so does Tony, and we love camping and we love being in the woods, and like that's why we're moving out in the middle of nowhere in the woods to Homestead, because we love that. However, it's one of those things, like, it has to be done. We need room for a house, we need room for a pasture, we need room for a garden. You know, I want space for my kids to play and all of that stuff, and I want like a big field in a way, and then the woods behind it. It's just sad too. I don't know if you guys even know this, but the land is across the street from my parents' house, and they've always owned that land since I was born, I believe. So like, I grew up with, that was my playground. I was in those woods all the time, like outside all the time in that playground, if you will. Like, I had the best playground a kid could ask for, a huge mountain of woods, and I loved it. And I can still, when I walk through those woods, see like the trees and the rocks and the things that were like my favorite spots. And so it's hard, like it really is. But I also know it's gonna look pretty ugly before it can get better. We're gonna have a lot of work to do after the loggers come through. I know I'm gonna be brokenhearted in the beginning when I see it and it's gone. I know though in the end it's gonna be worth it, and it's gonna look good, and it's gonna be good for our family. It's just like the in-between stage that I'm gonna struggle with. So that's kind of what's going on now. They might actually even come this weekend. Today is Thursday, and we're waiting now to hear from a sawmill who came out today to look at it, to see if that's, you know, if they want to buy the lumber. So if they do want to buy the lumber, it might be sold this weekend. They might cut it down this weekend. So one of the next times we make a video, you might see a completely different piece of land. And yeah, I don't know, I'm nervous. Honestly, I'm very nervous, but I know it's something that we have to do. So we will see, and I'll keep you updated. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and if you're not already subscribed, you have to do that before you go so you can follow along to our homesteading journey. Also, like this video, and we will catch you guys in our next video. Bye.